Has anybody ever heard of Minecraft? It's a sandbox game, kind of like a simulator where you can explore and create worlds. There's one mode in which you have to survive with limited resources, and another world in which you can explore and even fly. It also has a tutorial featuring a guy named Steve. There, that's enough introduction for you. I was driving home from work one day and I was really, really exhausted. I work at a Red Lobster and I wash dishes. Of course, they could always get rid of me by actually purchasing a dishwasher and having it wash dishes, but they got a credit from the government for creating a job to have me as a dishwasher. Anyway, I'm sure you don't fucking care about my fucking first world fucking problems. On the way home, I was tired. I wanted to pick up a game that I could play back at my apartment. When I walked into the game store, it was normal. There was a dimly lit open sign, and there was a teenage employee behind the counter who couldn't care less, even though I walked in there almost every day. I browsed the items. Typical video game fluff and flair. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Well, that was kind of old hat these days. Call of Duty, the one where you kill the Nazi zombies. That's okay, I guess. I decided that I wasn't impressed with the video game selection, so I went over to the movies. Animaniacs. Tiny Toons. E.T. Why were these all Steven Spielberg products? I squinted closer at one of the items. Minecraft the movie? I looked even closer, and in addition to Minecraft, there was a little symbol. It was the English letter U, but it had two dots above the U, like a German umlaut. Or if you don't know how to speak properly, omelet. Why don't you go crack an egg? A woman's eggs. A woman's vajayjay. You'll never fucking see one. Oh boy, I can't believe they made a Minecraft movie. I have to go home and watch it, I said. I had the teenage cashier who couldn't give less of a fuck ring it up, and I got myself a big bucket of movie theater popcorn and a 12-ounce can of Diet Coke. Don't judge. I have to watch my girlish figure. Anyway, when I got home, I couldn't wait to pop in the DVD. Minecraft the movie was going to be the best thing I ever watched. That was for certain. After I pressed play on the DVD remote, I don't know why I have to give you all these little details, but after I pressed play, shut the fuck up, on my DVD remote, I have to say that the menu screen that popped up was very, very odd. The beloved tutorial character Minecraft Steve had eyes that were replaced with eggs, hard-boiled eggs, except they were painted Easter colors. This wasn't Easter. This was Christmas time, almost. It was actually the 4th of July. Still, I thought there was something seriously wrong with this disc, and I didn't know if I should continue watching or not. Then I remembered that they could have made the movie back during Easter time, and I just bought it now on the, Midsummer. Midsummer Night's Dream. There were options. Bonus features. Play the movie. Why that wasn't the first option, I don't know. I guess this was a shitty made product. Subtitles. And obviously I did the right thing and I clicked subtitles. English, German, Russian, and Klingon. I decided I'd like to watch in Klingon, so I selected that option. You're a fucking nerd. Go home, loser, it said. What the hell? Why was this DVD making fun of me? I grabbed my Vulcan ears and I did my best Spock impression. Die long and prosper, motherfucker, I said as I ripped the DVD out of the player and took a hammer and got ready to destroy it. Then I realized if I wanted to do a really good Spock impression, I should have gotten a phaser and blasted it to smithereens. Well, I don't have guns in my household because I vote for Kamala Harris, so I put the DVD back in the DVD player. I clicked bonus features to see what sort of bonus features might be present on this fucking piece of shit. It showed me a beautiful scene. There was a big golden cubic house floating through a celestial kingdom of beautiful, fluffy, pink clouds that reminded me of that time I got an erection watching My Little Pony. As it zoomed closer toward the screen, I realized that there were rainbow banners all over the golden cube. Then it opened up, and I can't even begin to tell you what happened next. Crude drawings of every Hanna-Barbera character I could possibly imagine decorated the screen. Tennessee Tuxedo, especially Tennessee Tuxedo, my favorite. Snagglepuss, Yogi the Bear, they were all there. Pink Panther, they were all there. Fred Flintstone was there smoking a cigarette. They all stared at me directly right through the screen. "Don't watch the movie, you faggot. That means cigarette," it said before Fred Flintstone's eyes turned red and he flicked the cigarette right up to the screen. The cigarette butt zoomed right in and hit me right in the eye somehow. How is it possible for a cigarette to escape a television screen and hit me right in the face? I felt like writing an angry letter to the creators of Minecraft the movie. I don't know who made it. I'm going to assume Valve. Anyway, the DVD went to black, and I thought this crap was already over. But no, it mercifully, or I guess really more like mercilessly, went right back to the selection screen. I decided to click play movie this time and watch the movie. I don't know how to tell you this, but what followed really wasn't Minecraft the movie at all. Oh, for fuck's sake. It was a Zapruder film. If you don't know what that is and failed out of American history, that's when JFK rode in a vehicle down a street in Dallas in a showing of unity, but instead got shot in the friggin' head, and his head fucking exploded. I couldn't pull my eyes away from the screen as I knew JFK was about to get assassinated again until about 17 and a half seconds into the movie, shall we say. Something very strange happened. The camera zoomed in closer and closer to his vehicle in the back seat toward Jackie Onassis, who I guess didn't care. "I know you're fucking Marilyn Monroe," Jackie O said. "Well, yes, I did. At least she gives me, I have to fake it when I'm with you." Marilyn Monroe, Jackie O slapped JFK across the face. Just then, impossibly, Jackie O's face was replaced with a giant tomato. Upon squinting closer, I realized that was Bob the Tomato from VeggieTales, the Christian animation project. What the hell was going on in this film? JFK's head started turning into... Okay. Something was clearly fucking wrong here. What the fuck was this shit? JFK's head, I shit you not, JFK, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy's head, morphed into Mr. fucking Potato Head from the Toy Story films. "Hey, bitch, I got something I'm going to say to you," Mr. Potato Head said. What the fuck was going on? They both broke out into song and dance as whoever the fuck was driving the car picked up a cane and a top hat and, oh my golly, his flesh burned off, revealing a skeleton. Where did his organs go? This didn't make any sense at all. The skeleton man began to dance for some reason as Bob the Tomato as a woman. I thought Christians weren't supposed to believe in HRT, whatever. And Mr. Potato Head began to dance and sing. "You say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. Potato, tomato, potato, tomato. I'm gonna fucking kill you right now." JFK, Mr. Potato Head, pulled out a chainsaw and cut open the driver, sliced open Bob the Tomato, who splurted all over the screen disgustingly. I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be blood or just shitty ketchup, like a poor person on Halloween in the ghetto. Crack Horror Halloween, that's what they should have called this film. I laughed to myself. I choked on a popcorn kernel and continued watching the video. The car exploded for some reason, and then the screen went to black. At that point, I was hoping the movie, even though it only went on for like 3 minutes, was over because it was a really shitty fucking movie. Then, I don't know how to explain this, but it showed a video of an island somewhere. It was surrounded by ocean and palm trees. There was a dome with a golden top. Is that some sort of theme here? The golden stuff? I don't friggin' know. There was something that looked like a giant jungle gym and some cabins protruding in a helicopter pad. A giant man in a disgusting, stupid, moronic frog suit appeared and started hopping around. No, he didn't look like Kermit the fucking Frog. He looked like, if you ever heard of the 90s Nickelodeon program Gola Gola Island, it looked like that. Come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to John the The frog exploded. Apparently it was a man in a suit and he exploded too. His blood, guts, intestines, everything just flew right across the fucking screen. I went back and rewound the footage and munched on some more popcorn. The butter and salt normally would have tasted delicious, but in these circumstances I was just bothered and disturbed by what I had been watching. Apparently, upon closer inspection, I thought he'd said John, but he actually said James. Little Saint James. Little Saint James. I did some Googling, and that didn't lead me anywhere. Little Saint James Island, palm trees, golden dome cabin. Nope, nothing. I figured there might have been some sort of secret message to what was going on between all of these vignettes, but I couldn't make any sense of it all. I was about to shut off the movie yet again and maybe, I don't know, eat it, wash it down with some lemonade, eat a grape or two or three, peel a grape. It'd be a lot more fucking fun than watching this shit. But instead it went into yet another scene, God forbid. It was Super Mario jumping on the moon. We choose to go to the moon, Mario said in a shitty JFK impersonation. Why did JFK show up everywhere? Mario was in an astronaut costume, I guess, because as I looked closer, a horrifying truth was revealed. That wasn't outer space. That was a cardboard black background with stars painted on it. The moon landing was fake, JFK Mario exclaimed. He threw looked like a bunch of Tide Pods against his astronaut helmet glass before it cracked, and instead of asphyxiating to death, because if you've been paying attention, you know it wasn't actual outer space, he ate the Tide Pods and exploded everywhere. What was with all of these fucking explosions? Nothing made fucking sense. The scene went and changed again to, oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. It was Oprah fucking Winfrey. It was the Oprah fucking Winfrey talk show program for middle-aged housewives who dropped out of school in the 6th grade so that they could start popping out seal babies because they were making love to seals because they were taking experimental hormone drugs from Wuhan, which is how we ended up with the beer virus shit. Look under your seats, Oprah screamed. The audience looked under their seats and they couldn't be more puzzled by what they saw. Various weapons, from guns to swords to nunchakus, were under the seat. I got a chimichanga, a morbidly obese teenage boy said, and he started eating chimichangas on the screen, munching loudly. Okay. I squinted closer and closer before realizing that that was not just any teenage boy. Oh, how is this even fucking possible? That was the teenage boy from the video game store. Nothing made any sense anymore. I considered shutting off the movie and going back and asking questions since what I was watching was so fucking bewildering, but other questions like, how the fuck did his mother and father meet and decide to have sex and birth him because he was disgusting and apparently no one wanted to raise him. But then I realized the store was closed, so I continued watching the tape. Oprah Winfrey did not explode, but instead she slowly Polygon disappeared like that Avengers meme, and she reformed into. Was that the Cat in the Hat? No, that wasn't the Cat in the Hat. That was definitely a cat man wearing a Dr. Seuss hat. I think it was supposed to be a Doctor Who reference. I don't know, and quite honestly, I don't care. He marched into a telephone booth and disappeared. I'm going to go to the beginning of the universe, 4004 BC. Okay, that is what they taught us in church, after all. He went back into the past and reemerged in the prehistoric era. Wait a minute, this was the scene from Jurassic Park. Minecraft Ü, in case you weren't paying attention, that's what this movie was supposed to be. Instead of showing actual Minecraft footage, showed that scene from Jurassic Park of Newman from Seinfeld being eaten alive in a bathroom by a dinosaur. I don't want to watch this. It sure beats being eaten out by a dinosaur, Newman said. That's disgusting. None of these things made any sense. They weren't coherent. They didn't make any sense. Just then, a bald fat man ran across the jungle screen with a fucking gun in his hand and a bunch of bombs on his back, strapped with TNT around his belt. I'm going to blow everything up, the fat guy said. Wait a minute, I've seen that in commercials before. I'm too fucking old to watch kids' movies, but I'm pretty sure that was Gru from Despicable Me. No, wait a minute, that was your dad. Whatever. I don't even care who it was. I just know that he ran around and around. He took a shit in a dinosaur's mouth. Then he took out one of the bombs, which turned out to be a Mr. Potato Head, threw it in his own mouth. Then he exploded. Then the explosion caused the TNT to explode, and then a bunch of dinosaurs exploded. Everything exploded. The jungle exploded, and then the DVD revealed that the entire nation of Abu Dhabi went up in smoke. If Abu Dhabi's even a nation, I don't know. I could Google it right now, but what's the point? Finally, a cartoon dog walked onto the screen. I realized that the screen was all white now, the way it did in classic Looney Tunes cartoons when they break the fourth wall and everything's destroyed and they talk directly to the viewer. Really, they probably did it just because it was cheaper to do it that way than to animate. Everything you see is just an illusion. Did you not know that your fucking retina... Why did it curse? Oh well, I curse. Why, did you just know that your fucking retina flips the image of the world upside down so that actually looks coherent? The world is actually upside down. Color isn't even real. It's wavelengths interpreted by your retina. The dog then got shot in the face and started whimpering and running around on screen. He then took off his hat. No. He was in a dog costume. That was a red-headed pochmarked boy in a fucking dog costume. I'm a furry! It exclaimed before blowing up. Then the whiteness blew up and it was all dark. At this point, I didn't see this going anywhere. I just did not see a point to anything that I was watching. None of these scenes connected in any sort of way. How could anyone get any sort of enjoyment out of watching this film? Finally, it went to a clip of, oh, damn it. Oh, shit, this is messed up. All right, well, finally, it it went to a clip of Jared Fogle from Subway. He was eating a Subway sandwich a $5 foot long, and he was remarking about how his giant pants no longer fit him. At least my giant shorts still fit. Is that attempted humor? I fucked a baboon. Ugh. No one cares about Jared Fogle's fucking sex life. Jared Fogle took out a pen, and I shit you not, he just sat there playing with a fucking ballpoint pen, amusing himself for, I don't know, 5 minutes and 76 seconds, let's say. The world is a hologram. There's really no point in trying. If you think about it, we don't even know why we're here. All we can do is just make a guess. Well, fuck you. I have faith. I believe in a higher power, Jared Fogle, I said to the TV. Well, guess what? Fuck you too. Jared Fogle heard me through the TV. And just for that, I have so little surprise for you. I didn't remember Jared Fogle having a lisp. Anyway, it's really hard for me to explain this, but something metaphysical happened. A giant sandwich protruded from my television set. Pastrami, mayonnaise. Oh, I hate pastrami and I hate mayonnaise. Onions, pickles, liverwurst dripping onto my floor and smelling like rancid dog shit, which all Subway sandwiches are. Oh, it was terrible. It extended and extended. I couldn't move. I just couldn't move. It was as if I was under a spell as the disgusting, repulsive Subway sandwich angled closer and closer to my mouth. My nose, I could smell it. Oh, it was awful. Stop it, Jared. Leave me alone. I'll never play Minecraft again. That's what you think this is all about, motherfucker? That's why you think you're stuck with this DVD? Jared Fogle said, sounding more and more like a demon who got kicked out of his house because he had an alternate sexuality his parents refused to put up with. There's something else going on. Jared Fogle snapped his finger and his 500 feet long footlong disappeared from before me. At that point, I realized I probably was hallucinating and probably forgot to take my pills. Nope, that wasn't it. This was all real. The scene went to black again after Jared Fogle Demon was done teasing me. And when it came back on screen, I was a little bit confused by what popped up. If you've ever heard of CREEPYPASTA, I mean, whatever, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but it doesn't matter. Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, and Jane the Killer appeared on screen. Jeff the Killer had a backwards hat on and was skateboarding around the kitchen. Apparently he was the child of Slender Man and Jane the Killer. I guess he took after her, not him. He was short and fat, piece of shit. I'm going to drink bleach. Did you eat the Tide Pods again, Jeffy dear? Just then, Jeff the Killer... Okay, Jeff the Killer suddenly had a pencil sticking out of his nose and an adult-sized incontinence garment sticking out. Super Mario Logan! Slender Man blew up. Oh no, how are we ever going to have money for food now? Well, Jane the Killer blew up, so that resolved that. What the fuck was this? I'm going to blow you up, said Jeff the Killer before he exploded too. It was nothing but explosions. The whole thing was explosions. Then all the Hanna-Barbera characters came back on screen. They all exploded. The fucking Muppets came on screen. Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, the Swedish chef, Alf. They all just exploded on screen. They all took turns exploding. Super Mario, Luigi, Bowser, or King Koopa, if you must. Princess Peach, even Princess Daisy came on screen and exploded. There was nothing but an endless chain of explosions. It was at this point that it all finally made sense to me. What the fuck? Finally, this fucking shit made sense to me. Super Mario was of Italian American heritage. Italy was one of the Axis powers in World War II. JFK was an American president after World War II. Little St. James is an island where a bunch of horrific things happened. Jared Fogle was affiliated with said horrible things. And this was Minecraft Ü. I turned off the movie. I took the disc. I threw it in the garbage, never to watch it again. I turned on my computer and logged into a local Minecraft server. Every last piece of dialogue that was stated in the server were things that predators said on the classic program To Catch a Predator. Have a seat.